Hi investigators, Mike Evans from the Australian Security Academy. Really excited to be with you today in episode 249 because our program today is a very special one in regards to your work as a security risk assessor or a licensed private investigator, government investigator or corporate investigator. Thanks for checking in, Alpha, Mike, Juliet. Really appreciate it. Chantel, how you go? Great to see you. Thanks for coming along. This is important to your government program too. Amber, this is very important for your future, what we're doing today. Thanks for checking in, everybody. So our theme for today, our topic, our aim is about driving in the field as a protective surveillance operative. Now you might think, oh, I'm never ever going to do that because I just do marital and relationship surveillance. G'day, Chris. How's that coffee going down in Adelaide, mate? Thanks for checking in. Great to see you, Chris. G'day, Jamie. Thanks for checking in, Ballarat, buddy. Good to see you. This is important for you too. So you're only going to do marital and relationship surveillance. Why should you know about driving safely in the field? Surveillance operatives all around the country who don't do marital and relationship surveillance and actually operate in the real world do protective security surveillance. High net worth individuals want it for either themselves or for other people. Now, generally, if you're doing security risk assessments or investigations for government, corporate things, that sort of thing, the worst thing that can happen to you is you could get one of those really nasty paper cuts and, it really sore and it really hurts, and it's about the worst thing that can happen in your safety in the office. G'day, Evan. Good to see you down in Adelaide, mate. SAPD saying hello from Adelaide. Great to see you, buddy. G'day, Jackie. Good to see you, mate. This is really important to you in Tasmania, today's program. So, what are the issues around safe driving and that sort of thing, and where can you go to find out? Now, there's an inescapable fact with investigations in the investigations industry. We have nothing to do with security guard, with security patrol, with cash in transit, monitoring rooms, that sort of thing. We don't. We've got licensed security guards for that. But we have protective surveillance, and some of my students get so into their investigations, they graduate into security risk assessment. And as it says in the description below, if you're protecting a celebrity who's travelling to and from an event, the paparazzi get $370,000 for one photograph of that celebrity. So you're going to have to organise decoy limos, rolling pickups underground underneath the hotel, and get that celebrity to and from that event safely. And it can happen to you in your future as a licensed PI or in the workplace where you work, because it'll be a coordinated effort by the security risk professionals. So let's have a look at introduction to today's theme, which is safe driving. And we're going to go straight to the top. Here's Troy, the general manager of the organisation, telling us about what his business unique selling proposition is.
So Panoptic means all-inclusive and all-encompassing, which is what we feel our service is. We take the security and the medical aspect of risk management and we combine the two.
So what he's saying to you there, he's taking the security and the medical aspect. What does that mean? Let's have a look at how they explain that with what they do.
So we've got three service offerings. The first being security risk management, and that encompasses the executive protection, the close personal protection, the security risk management side of the house with the security consulting, protective surveillance, all those sorts of things. We have also got the remote medical offering that we provide, and that's everything from paramedics and doctors embedded into security teams, as well as a standalone aspect of that where they can travel with families, with clients, whether that be on super yachts, whether that be in different countries throughout Asia Pacific or here in Australia. And the whole package we were able to provide, having our own medical director, we were able to provide our own drugs, our own treatment range of medical offerings when they're travelling with our clients. And then the third service offering is the training, and that encompasses everything from basic first aid through to specialised security courses, as well as specialised medical training that we are able to tailor to our clients. So if you're looking for a specialised security and risk management company that can support your travels throughout Asia Pacific region, reach out to us at panopticsolutions.com.
Okay, so that specialised driver training, let's see someone and meet someone who signed up for that this morning in the field, in her vehicle. Here she is. How you going, Casey Pine?
Hello, everybody. Trying to keep cool. It's 39 degrees outside right now.
And you're sitting not in the shade, in your vehicle with us right now.
No, so yeah, I've got the air conditioning blasting. Hopefully it's not too loud on the microphone.
Well, that's great. I'm really pleased to hear that. So we're talking about that enhanced driver training from Panoptic, and it's going on in the background of us now, and it's going to be on in May, and Casey's going to be whizzing around in vehicles like this going, go, go, go. Aren't you, Casey?
I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic.
Here is the person to talk to. The link is in the description. Right. So if you're interested in the enhanced driver training, the link is in the description, and the dates are on the 17th to the 19th of May. Casey will be there, and there'll be another person from the Australian Security Academy there as well. So there'll be two people from the Australian, and I'm sure they'll be reporting daily back to us about how their training's going, won't you, Casey?
Of course.
Have you been busy in investigations this week?
Oh, yes. It, as I always say, it doesn't stop. Fraud
It's mad out there at the moment, isn't it?
It is. It's crazy. We had, I guess it wasn't particularly slow, but it was definitely a little bit slow at the beginning of the year, and everyone just seems to be waking up again, or at least getting over the Christmas storms and things like that. So it's, yeah, definitely ramping up now. So.
Yeah, the big question I'm being asked this week, people, is when's Investigation Uni going to be coming back on? And if it's not starting next week, it will be the week after. And no, you're not crossed off a list because you graduated. You're still on it, and you'll be invited to it when it comes back. We're just being particularly busy. So we're going to look at what Casey's going to go through and what other students have said about it in May in her enhanced driving course.
Now go, 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 go. Yeah, nice. That was good.
This training has been invaluable, like having such high level performance driver training will make a massive difference just to whether it be my day-to-day driving or work-related driving.
Our team comes from all over Australia, so the Gold Coast is easy for us to get to, easy to get accommodation. The classroom setting's really good. It's the right size group in my opinion. We all get to know each other and learn off each other.
Basically the first day was loaded with a lot of the theory aspects, and over the last 2 days we've put a lot of those theory aspects into practical use, and it's culminating out here on the track.
I definitely feel more confident trusting my vehicle and knowing what to do now, and maybe enabling me not to panic in situations where possibly that could have occurred.
Definitely enhanced my driving capabilities. Some of the drills I've done before and been familiar with. Other things on the skid pan and doing the ABS brake testing has been a good eye-opener with different types of vehicles.
The training's been fantastic. These guys clearly know what they're doing. They operate at a premium level. The training's been sensational.
You know, there was a lot of things maybe that I thought I was well aware of before today, but today absolutely has made it a little bit more icing on the cake, which is fantastic.
I'd recommend this to anyone transitioning from a military or policing background. Very relevant skills for industry professionals.
Value for money wise, this is ideal for us. We obviously in the charity sector, we don't have a huge budget to spend, but we will spend that money when it comes to safety, and that's our key purpose, is to keep our clients safe. So this has been really good value for money in that regard.
I think it absolutely exceeded my expectations about what I was going to achieve today. So all I can give it is a thumbs up.
Good. Right, go, 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 go. Good. Nice, man.
So that's Casey's going to be doing that with a bunch of trained jungle killers in May. And so look out for her update on that. It's a really important skill to have because, as you've seen in our workplace health and safety videos on how to stay safe out in the field, when you are on surveillance and someone who's pissed off with you, you've heard Alex tell you what to do, how to prepare for it, and how to safely remove yourself in your vehicle, even if they're chasing you. Now, you've seen that in our workplace health and safety surveillance video. You'll be able to, those of you that have access to Investigations Uni, can watch the replay of that anytime. He tells you what to do. So you don't necessarily, unless you're trying to upskill for purposes of your work, have to go to advanced driver training. But I'll tell you what, if you ever get the opportunity, take it. And this is a real opportunity because we have a lot of people on the Gold Coast, North and New South Wales that may enjoy that. Now, Casey, you've given up valuable time today. I know you're in a rush. You have to go now because I've got jobs and other stuff next. So you have to go.
I can stick around.
Okay, then no worries. All right. So just a couple of quick pieces of news this week, people, that's happened that's relevant to investigations around the country. A teacher in Queensland has been acquitted of rape and has had 16 months back pay for time off work pay awarded to them. That's a male teacher. We had this one last year. There is a teacher facing child grooming with an email to students. We had this one last year. Now, what she did, she wrote a draft email to herself that she intended to send. Now, I can't remember if she sent it or not, but that draft email found on her computer was enough to convict her or charge her with child grooming. So being in possession of that document, it's the same as being in possession of sicko photos. She's been charged as a result of that. So that would have been initiated by the Education Department. She hasn't been found guilty. It's only charges at this stage, but it's very serious. As you saw last year, sorry, not last week, these two, the lady on the right, that's just a friend word out on the left, but a mother and daughter were actually jailed for fraud at a TAFE where they sold courses that they didn't deliver. It was into the millions of dollars. It's almost 10 years after it, and they've been jailed for it. So one of their accomplices, he got sacked as a result of it. And then he did what you do in the public service, appealed it, and they found that he was not unfairly sacked because of what they did. So that's all come out this week in the news again because of the two teachers. So very, very serious matters. If you're in a powerful role as a teacher, they take it really seriously, and the other teachers get very uncomfortable if it's let slide. So that's happened this week. Now the jobs in the investigation industry this week. This is sorry, that's Panoptic Solutions. Whoops, blew that. Anyway, so the jobs this week, here we go. So these are the jobs that you'll see on our Facebook page. So all you have to do is go to the Australian Private Investigator Corporate Government Investigation Facebook jobs page. I don't put all of them up. I haven't got time. I'm too busy. I haven't got 3 hours a week to curate that for 100% of the jobs. Massel are looking for a factual investigator for asbestos claims down in Victoria. They're also looking for general insurance investigators in New South Wales. If you want that job, send your resume to me and I'll pass it on to the team at Massel. They've employed every Australian Security Academy student that's applied there. So that should tell you something. And if you make it to Massel, you know you're on top of your game. That's pretty good. ISG, Andrew at ISG is looking for trainee factual investigators, and he certainly looks after his people. And again, he supports Australian Security Academy graduate students, so get in touch with him. The other jobs, there's a whole stack of them here somewhere. Brennan's in Western Australia after factual and surveillance investigators. So jump on our Facebook page and apply for that job. G'day, Joy. You're like saying, Joy, you're not sorry. Great to see you, Joy. Thanks for checking in. Joy was on time a couple of times, all right. SureFact are hiring, so get in touch with Pat Henderson at SureFact all around the country, okay? If you are a licensed private investigator, SureFact want to hear from you. QBE have a senior claims investigation offering in Brisbane. So that's just all that is, investigating either workers' comp or general insurance. Jump on the website and have a look at it. If you're in the Northern Territory, people, the Department of Environment, Parks and Water Security want you to be a senior investigation officer. You'll need a certificate for a government investigation for that role. And ProCare are looking for people all around the country. Now, there's a job there that's missing. I don't know where it's gone. They're always totally popular every time I put them up. But throughout Queensland, and if you go to this Facebook page, you'll see it, they're after fisheries officers. So from the top of Queensland to Tweed Heads, they're after fisheries officers. Don't miss that opportunity. It's a real beauty. So certainly, here we go. I don't know why I keep coming back every week. I really don't. I'm sure whatever he's saying, it's inappropriate. Okay. Anyway, but while they're sort of hooking it up, he said, I'll just get on. That's what we have to get on with and not refer to that, just pretend it didn't happen. Yeah, this is a beauty that came out in the news. This is fantastic. This is what you do. This is what Casey Pine does, desktop investigator. So our federal government employee, who's a scientist at the Bureau of Meteorology, was secretly working from the United States and lying to his bosses. So he got sacked for it. And then he went to the Fair Work Commission and appealed it. And they said, no, you lied to your boss. You've lost your job, mate. So just like desktop investigators find out where people are from the selfies, here's me standing at the, Times Square or whatever, or wherever you stand in Texas. This guy, he kicked up and carried on, and there was just so many inconsistencies, false denials. Look it up, people, if you can Google it. It's a really interesting investigation, how they put it together and how they stood their ground and they didn't cave in on it, and he's lost his job over lying about where he was, even though we're in the age of working from home. Pretty freaky, really, isn't it? But he was a federal government employee, BOM, and we work closely, private investigators, government investigators and corporate investigators with BOM, and we get really good cooperation from BOM. They're absolutely fantastic organisation. When you need to know the weather at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a particular day, date and time, they get so excited about it. It's scary, and they tell you, all right. And that will be at the nearest weather station. It might be 50 metres away, but it's going to be a very accurate account. Here we go. I found the job I lost. The Department of Agriculture and Fisheries, Main Beach, Gold Coast. They want to pay you $2,000 a week to work for them. So you got fishing, you got lifestyle, you've got location, and you can go tooling around in boats. Doesn't get any better than that, except if you want to go and do a driver training course and have a lot of fun, tool around in that, then that's okay. So, and of course, you've got to do the driver training course.
Now pay attention, 007. First, your new car. You'll be using this Aston Martin DB5, windscreen bulletproof, smokescreen, left and right front wing machine guns.
Yeah, that's what Casey's going to be like on the 20th of May 2024. Just in case he
They
does,
better have an Aston Martin for me.
just in case he does sneak off, I'm sure everybody will be delighted to wish Casey happy birthday for tomorrow. So Casey, well done from everybody at the Australian Security Academy. Everybody watching today, and everybody watching the replay, we'd all like to wish you a very, very happy birthday. It was a wonderful birthday dinner last night where Casey threw a tanky about not going to the driver training, and now she is. So.
Now I am. It worked.
Well, birthday princesses, that's what happens. So, finalised today. I've done my jobs, I've done the news, we've done our driver training. That's very important. Casey, did you put up a...
I did. I have something to talk about.
Well, let's go. Let's hear, Casey, what you got to talk about.
Yeah, so on the weekend just gone, I did the TraceLab CTF as I usually do and got my little badge because I was an OSINT coach. They moved away from calling us judges to calling us coaches because we're not there to judge people. We're there to guide people and help them understand how to appropriately find information on the internet and report it. So lots of screenshots, lots of going down rabbit holes, but not too far. And I think over 300 people entered this, and my team did a fantastic job. And we found lots of information on 4 missing people from around the world. And yeah, it was just so fantastic. And if you like OSINT and if you are someone that would like to get into desktop investigations, they'll be running another one quite soon, they said to us. So I'll be judging that again. I'll let you guys know as soon as they let us know. Coaching that again, I should say. So if you're interested, I will let you guys know and you can enter. It is amazing. It's a really worthwhile cause and it's really good for your skills. So actually, it's real world experience. These are real missing people and you are donating valuable time and your skill set to finding these missing people or helping to give family closure. So your job as the contestant in this TraceLabs Missing Persons CTF is merely to find information, to find the facts, to find as many little things as you can, and that gets handed off to the police, just like it would in a real world scenario. So it's fantastic. I can't recommend it highly enough. So as soon as that next one comes up, I will let you guys know. So it's, yeah, I learn something new every single time. And for Investigations Uni, I'll be sharing a more detailed version of what I learnt, which will be really exciting. So if you're not part of Investigations Uni yet, make sure you email Mike or myself and we'll get you in there. So that's my little spiel.
That's fantastic. Jamie apologises for being late, like Joy was late. But if you are late, you can always watch the replay of this from wherever you're watching it now. Just go back, click on it, and it will replay. So if there was a job you wanted to see, and you can replay it and stop it at that point, or where the Facebook page is with the jobs on it, you can always replay it and go to it to find out. So we'll look forward to Casey's Investigations Uni update on that. I've just got a quick finish off. It's a technical situation, but it's going to cover me for answering this question 3 times a day, everybody, 7 days a week. So bear with me, Casey, don't go away.
You're fine.
The Licensing Regulation Division of Victoria provides information to prospective investigators, people who want to run a security business, including an investigation business, and who want to become licensed investigators or have a licensed business. It is on their webpage. All the approved registered training organisations are listed on the Licensing Division's webpage, and you can view that yourself at any time. And there it is. There are 30 approved training organisations in Victoria. You can see that at any time. In 2021, one training organisation was taken off that list by the LRD. They were fined $8,000 and the person who was in charge of it, who was doing the dirty, received a conviction. Now that's pretty serious. You lose your business. It was like a money-making machine, fast track training, and now it's gone. Whenever you hear the word fast track, that is dodgy. Get out of it. Don't get associated with it. You'll see fast track in the Australian Security Academy training materials, and it relates to the TAC form of investigation that's a fast track investigation. It's not a full-blown brief of evidence. It's a quick check. That is a legitimate investigation to the TAC in Victoria. If you hear that in training, stay away from the training. That's really important. They're probably being monitored by the Victorian Police for what they haven't been doing. So if you want to become a licensed trainer like Casey is for the Victorian Licensing Regulation Division at the very moment, all the information is there. It's been there for 15 years. It's easy to follow, and you can show them your credentials and teach on behalf of an RTO in Victoria. This information has been there forever. There is no reason not to follow it. You can look it up. It's no shortcuts around it, and you can't fake it. Okay? So you have to supply information on a declaration, and you have to have referees. And if the referee and you lie on that declaration, it's a $30,000 fine each. If you don't supply information when you reapply for your license or apply to become a trainer or a security guard or an investigator, you lie on that, it's very serious. You must disclose everything. So if you've had convictions, you've got to disclose it, all right? And that's within the last 10 years. So if it was 10 years and a day ago, don't worry about it. You must disclose close associates. Now, this is a South Australian one, but I'm just trying to give you a view of it. And they tell you who close associates are. Now, the reason for that is they want to know that you don't associate with perverts, you don't associate with gangsters, you don't associate with all sorts of incorrect organisations like Nazis and stuff like that, okay? So you have to tell them. You can't get out of it. You must say it. And then they tell you what the requirements for approved security industry organisation are, and the rules, and how organisation has to operate effectively and responsibly, approved by the Chief Commissioner. And all that training that you do as an RTO for the LRD links back to the ASPLA Declaration of Compliance by the CEO. Everything you've done, every partnership you've had, every association you've had at the Victorian Police as a licensed security guard, licensed investigator, firearms, as a licensed business, as an industry association, has to have all that information in it, close associates in particular. All right, so that's got to be clear on that. If it's not there, it's going to be very awkward. So they are the rules. They're on the websites of the regulators. South Australia, Victoria, I just gave you examples. Okay, now, New South Wales, they have theirs too. You follow the rules, you let them know, you don't hold back. It's really important for your longevity in the security and investigations industry. Thanks for watching, people. I hope Casey's back in the office next week and she makes it home safely out of that hot weather on the Gold Coast.
Yes, gosh. Yeah, it's still sitting at 39. Unreal.
That's, oh boy, look at it.
작전 종료. 전원 복귀할 것.
Our mission complete, people. Thanks for watching. So the last 3 weeks you have watched updates on LinkedIn. That was our topic 3 weeks ago. Last week was about running your business and marketing. That was our topic last week. And this week it's about enhanced driver training, because you will do it as a licensed investigator, government investigator, and a corporate investigator. You know, you might not do it tomorrow, but you might do it in a couple of months' time. Who knows? Thanks, Joy. See you next week, people. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. Okay.
See you next week.
Yeah, it's going to be the tram tracks are going to be walking in Victoria this time of year. Spare a drink, give it to the koalas. Thanks, people. See you next week. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Mike.